Hey guys, it's Natalia and welcome back to Glossy Confidential. I'm here today to film my current foundation routine. This isn't like my everyday foundation routine because I don't wear foundation every day. This is more of a going out, going to events, semi-full coverage kind of foundation routine. I'm going to be sharing with you all the products that I use. I have been actually putting this to the test for quite a while now and I am actually getting really good results. The products, the primers I'm using are really helping things last. It's flawless, it looks really nice. I'm getting a lot of compliments on my skin when I'm wearing this foundation combination, so I thought I would share it with you today. So first of all, I have moisturized and I used the Furio exfoliator thing. I have put moisturizer on and that was probably about 20 minutes ago, so it's all soaked into my skin. Now to start off with primers, I actually use two primers. I use the Makeup Forever Step 1 Base Mattifying Primer. Now I will put this just on my nose area because my nose gets very oily just here. And that's the only place I get oily, so I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of that on my hand. That is all you need, like the smallest amount, and just start putting that on my nose. And as you rub it in, you will actually feel it drying, and you can really feel it becoming matte. It's really like it's already there. My face, like that is just completely matte now. And that is the only place I will put that primer because that's the only place I get oily. The rest of my face, I use the Photo Finish primer water from Smashbox. This is a hydrating one because I am quite dry, so I just put a generous layer of that on my skin and just sort of let that dry. So I just sort of press it in like that just to sort of help it get into the skin, and you can actually feel it starting to get quite tacky there, so that's actually really going to help the foundation grip on to the primer and help it stay on longer. These two primers, I actually have noticed a big difference when I'm using these primers, so that's like a really good combination. These two, it works for me anyway. So the foundation I have got is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. This is their new version. This is really an amazing foundation. I really like that one. I have actually been into the sun in the last week and I've gotten quite dark, so I will be having to use the custom cover drops in G70. I'm not going to use that today in this tutorial because I haven't used these before and I still want to give it a try out and see how it works properly. So I am going to be using just the foundation today, and you'll have to excuse me if it is a lot lighter than my body because I just got so tan. So I actually find that the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation is best applied with a beauty blender. I've tried it with a brush and I wasn't too happy with the coverage. I didn't really like how it sat on the skin. Use a beauty blender, however, and these two just go really well together. So I will just put like a pump and a bit on my hand, use my finger just to focus it on the areas more to the center, and then as I'm running out, just sort of then put it around the perimeter of my face. Then with the dampened beauty blender, make sure it's all squeezed out properly. Go in and just start pouncing it on your face and just blending that foundation in. I would say this foundation gives like a semi-matte finish. It's not dewy in any way. I would also just keep in mind that this foundation, because it's a HD foundation, it doesn't have sunscreen. So this is my definitely nighttime going out foundation. During the day you would need to put sunscreen underneath it if you're going out in the sun, depending on the occasion. But if you are using this foundation just as like your everyday foundation, then definitely put sunscreen on underneath if you're using it throughout the day. If you're using it at night, where this photo is probably the sunscreen step. Okay, so that is sort of on the skin really nicely. I feel like the coverage is there. You can see like a few little, you can see through it, like it's not full coverage, but it does look very natural on the skin. You can build it up quite a bit though, I find. Like I don't think it's a sheer foundation anyway, it's definitely medium buildable coverage, I would say. You probably could go to a full coverage if you wanted to, but I actually build up the coverage with my face powder at the end. So once that is on, I then go and do the highlighting, like just concealer under my eyes, and I use the Urban Decay Naked Skin Urban Decay Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. So the colour I've got here is medium dark natural. The foundation colour I use is 128 equals Y415. So with my concealer, right into that corner and just bring it down. I do go pretty heavy handed with the concealer. It's not too light for me. but if I want it a bit lighter, then I will actually add the MAC Prep and Prime, and this is in Light Forecast. Just add a couple lines there, each eye, just to add a little bit of highlightedness. Then go back into the Beauty Blender, flip it over, and use the inner side to really get in. The corner side of the Beauty Blender really gets in. I love the Beauty Blender because it also just soaks up any excess product, because I did put a lot on, and I know I put a lot on. Then to set the under eyes, I'm using the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Natural, and this one is in Medium Plus. I'm literally just going right underneath my eye just to set that concealer. I sort of put it in a patting motion, like pressing it in, because I don't really want to go and disturb the foundation and move the concealer around underneath there. I just want to sort of keep it like that. Now to set the rest of my face, I go in with the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Natural again. This is in Medium Dark. The trick to this powder that I love is the number 21 Mineral Buffer Brush by Ray Morris. It is very, very densely packed, but it is also super, super soft. But I just really feel like this powder and this foundation and this brush combination is just amazing. So I literally just push it on. I don't rub, I don't buff. I just push it on around the perimeter of my face. Brush. Now I'm just going to go and continue the rest of my face, just to add blush and contour and highlight and finish under my eyes. And then I'm going to come back and sort of show you the finished product, and yeah. Okay, so I've finished the rest of my face. I put blush, I've done my the shadow underneath my eyes, blush, highlight, and all that kind of stuff. And now to finish off my foundation, I actually spray it with a good spray of the MAC Fix Plus. This isn't a setting spray in my opinion. It doesn't make your foundation last longer. This will actually just take down all the powder, because I've got used, I mean, look, the powder is actually applied quite thick when you use this brush, especially if you're just pushing it onto the skin. So to take away that really thick, powdery sort of look, I actually do like to spray my face with this quite well. So let's just do that. It also smells amazing. So just, if you're also really, really dry like me, I'm pretty sure this has actually got glycerin in the water, so it does leave your skin looking quite dewy and natural, and a really, really beautiful finish. So with the MAC Fix Plus now dry on my face, my foundation routine is finished. I have had this combination sort of last on my skin for a good 8 hours before you see any wear and tear. So I'm really, really happy with the longevity of the products and how I'm using them. The two different primers, if I didn't use that mattifying primer on my nose would get really, really oily, and it would start showing under the foundation, and it might even start breaking it down, which is not something you want, especially if you're going out for the night or have an event to go to. You want your skin to stay as flawless as possible for as long as you can. So the combination of these two primers I find works really, really well for my skin type. It might not work for everyone, but for me, combination to dry, slightly oily my nose, that combination works really, really well. The MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Natural is just a beautiful natural finishing setting powder. It's not too thick. You can obviously layer it up, but I just feel like the combination with this and this foundation leaves a really, really beautiful, flawless, natural-ish look to your skin. And of course, finishing off with that spray just takes all the powder down and everything. That is it for my foundation routine. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to know if there's any products that you think I should try, throw in there, any other foundations that you think I might like. Please leave it in the comment bar down below. I'm going to have a link to a blog post down below that's just going to go through in more detail of where you can get the products that I have used, and all stuff like that. So if you are interested in any of these products, go and check that blog post down below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos, and I will see you soon. Bye!